Hi, good day. Welcome to our technical trade analysis at QuickTrade. My name is Sithen Gamer. Please indicate if you can hear me, if you can hear my voice or see my screen. Okay, let me double check my thing here. I'm on. Shane, can you hear me? There is a chat tool that you can use there. Okay, let me see your chat. Loud and clear. Okay. Sorry, is your name Shane? Am I pronouncing it right? Is it Shane, your name, or Shanae? Please help me pronounce it correctly. Oh, Shanae. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, perfect, Shanae. Have you done any training on technical analysis? I'm seeing you for the first time. Richard and all the other guys. Uh, we've been doing some real training over the past couple of months already. Have you done any training on technical analysis or on trading? Oh, yes, you have. Oh, okay, perfect. Okay, perfect. Okay, are there any shares that you have that you'd like me to double check with you or analyze with you, Shanae? You can give me yours, Richard, also. It's fine. Mr. Hughes, you can give me yours also if you have anything that you want us to check here. Not at the moment. Okay, it's fine. Let me see, which one can I put up here? I'm actually from another class. Okay. Let me see which one we can pick here. Let's use DJPY. Okay, it's fine. We can check TRU, Richard. TRU, CFD. Okay. I'll have a look at the weekly chart. We spoke about this one, I think, yesterday. I hope you're not trying to confuse me, Richard. We looked at this one yesterday, and we mentioned something about 79.86 or that 80 zone that the price needs to break above this area. But I mean, this area is actually coinciding with our simple moving average here. It's coinciding with our simple moving average. The price has just hit that, came down a bit. We have the falling trend line. We haven't taken out this falling trend line here. Okay, we'll look at that one also. Okay, Richard. It came down, so sure. We actually said that this one was a sell yesterday. So let's double check if it's giving us any follow through from those levels. Okay, yesterday we tried to go up towards that 79.86. We failed. The price closed down almost 1%, and today it shot up for a little while, and now we are flat at negative 0.01. So that 79.86 or 80 bucks is our main resistance. If I were to put a stop loss on this one, I'll time a stop loss at 70. I'll put it around 80.65, around 80.65 on this one, and expect the price to come lower. I think that it's still a short because we have this declining trend line. Let me show you. This is the trend line I'm talking about. Let me change the color to black so that it stands out. That is the trend line I'm talking about. The market has been respecting this trend line. So between between 80 and 82, this is a short or it's a sell. You can just go in and take a short on this one, expecting the price to go much lower, Mr. Hughes. So I'm not bullish this one. I'm short this one. I think it's going to go down. We just need to get a follow through from yesterday's performance because yesterday it went up, it failed, came down. So we just need to break below 86, 77, 90. Once that's done, we take out our simple moving average here. We should then expect to see the price coming back down to lower 70s, 71, 72, and lower. Are you happy with that? Are there any questions or any comments that are going against what I've just said now? Okay, Hughes, if you don't have any comments, we'll move over to the euro dollar. Up. Let me remove these lines here. Let's do our weekly chart quickly. Weekly chart, we aren't actually getting a lot out of this one. Looking at last week you had something that looks more like a doji. I can't call this thing a pin. It doesn't look like a pin to me. It's looks looks dodgy. Okay, that's your overhead resistance somewhere there. Main support, resistance. Okay. Okay. Okay, let me explain these lines now. Maybe let me take this one off. The market has been trading between these two levels. It's been trading between 1.17800, that is up here, 1.7800 or 1.17800 and 1.16200 at the bottom here. So it's been trading between these two levels, the euro, since April. Sorry, since May. It's been trading between these two the whole time. It hasn't actually broken out of these. It hasn't finished a week above, I mean, below our bottom line here and above our resistance line at the top here. It hasn't done that. So yeah, that tells me that this market is stuck in a range, and this black line that we have here is our immediate resistance. We have two layers of resistance here. There is that one that covers the main range that I've just mentioned, which is 1.16200 and 1.17800. There is we have those two, and here this is our current overhead resistance around 1.17493. That's our overhead resistance that we have. If this market, if the euro carries on rising, that's where we expect the euro to be stopped. Or to start selling off around 1.1749. Okay, we can just call that 1.17500. We can just call it 1.17500. From there we can expect to see a little bit of a decline down towards 1000 sorry 1.16200 on the euro. Let's check how the hourly time frame looks here. I'm waiting for my chart to update here. It's taking forever to do so. Let's try and connect these tops here with that minor line. 1.17400 around that area. It looks to be our resistance, and we are trading below the between 8 and 9. We close below the simple moving average there, and the next hour between 9 and 10 we tried to move up. Sellers came in, pushed the price below the simple moving average once again, and now the price is coming down. It's still below the simple moving average. The move going back down to this area here. I suspect it has started already. Price could actually continue going much lower, but the area that we need to be on a lookout for is 1.16700 or 1.16700. That's the area that we should be on a lookout for here. Any break below that area there, we can expect the price to come down to our 1.16200. We can expect the price to come down there, but I do not really expect to see a lot of movement on this one. But what I had today is that I'm going to be honest with you. I did not double check this, which is very wrong. I think the ECB is meeting today, or Draghi is going to be giving us uh, their their outcome on interest rates, and when they are going to maybe scrap the quantitative easing in their economy. So people are really looking for something concrete. They are looking for the deadline or the date as to when he's going to stop QE or start pulling QE out of the system. So people are looking for that. They're actually looking for September. If maybe he suggests like a month like December, I think people are not going to be very happy holding the US dollar, sorry, the euro. They may decide to drop the euro and buy the US dollar, which means if the decision favors the selling of the euro, we can expect the euro to come down to 1.16200. But if the decision that they take is that they are going to be cutting quantitative easing very soon, and they have a date in the near future, we may see the euro rising, going back up to that 1.17800. And between the blue and the black line here, the black line lower down here is 1.17500, and the top line, the thick blue line, is 1.17800. If they give out the news that favors the euro, we're going to see the price coming back up here. These are the levels that you should look to maybe short the euro at. But if the news don't favor the euro longs, we're going to see the market coming back down here, which means that people should just jump in and start selling the euro. Well, it's both of them. Well, in fact, it's an interest rate decision, Richard. It's an interest rate decision. But now, I mean, in the meeting that they had to incorporate the QE, the quantitative easing, and everything else. So the main thing that I think the market is looking at is the QE, quantitative easing. I think the decision on the interest rates is very easy. I mean, to decide on, because I mean, if you look at the economy, how they've been doing over the past couple of weeks or months, you can actually tell the direction that the economy is taking. But the market is more worried about the qualitative easing when it's going to be taken out of the system. So we are not really worried about the interest rates, but we want to know about QE. I think that's going to be the main driver in this market. Okay, let's look at the stock that we gave out yesterday. Yesterday we gave out. Okay, Richard, please type your message. Let me see. I'll wait for you. Okay, did not finish. Okay. Okay, no, that's perfect, Richard. Looking forward to meeting you, bigger. Okay, let's look at ShopRite. Yesterday we sent out ShopRite and Standard Bank. I'll show you ShopRite first. ShopRite, let's do the weekly time frame first. Yeah, let's. Sorry, my system is frozen. Please hold on for me. If you remember, we have always said 204, 205 is our long-term support. If you want to see that long-term support, I'll use. Let me try using 6 months. Okay, this is a half-yearly chart. Each chart is made up of 6 months. So in 2012, this was our close there on a half-yearly closing basis. We closed around 204.88 or 205. So we are using that area as our support area. And every time the price comes down there, check this long tail here with a very, very, very small body. That's not even a body, it's just a tick across the tail. We came down to that blue line. Buyers came in, they pushed the price up, and we ended up there where we closed. We closed at 220.61. And this time the price came down to 205 or 204.88. It shot up, and this area is still holding as our support. This is where we got our support here. Now let's go back to our weekly chart. Okay, we are now on our weekly chart. On our weekly chart, you can see that same support we're talking about on a long-term chart. We have that support around 204.88, 204.88. The price bounced off there. I think the next area of resistance on this one, if I'm not mistaken, it's around 214. I think it's around 214, 215 there. Around 214, 215. And finally around 217. But the area that I'm really looking at, I'm looking at 221, 225, and that zone. I think that's where ShopRite could go. If you look at ShopRite, it's been very strong for the past couple of days. It's been rising. I think maybe that's because of the rand strength. The rand has been very strong over the past couple of days. So that's your support on ShopRite there. That's your support on ShopRite. Okay, what we're waiting for on ShopRite, we're waiting for a cross above the simple moving average today. If we've just touched it and came down a bit, we just need a cross above the simple moving average today. If we get one, then definitely the price could actually push higher towards the 221, 225 zone where you can actually take your profits. Don't keep it too long, around 221, 225, around that zone. Don't. Okay, the other stock we looked at was Standard Bank. Standard Bank, I'll do 6 months also. Okay, let us check the last 6 months of 2017. Last 6 months of 2017, this is where the price closed. The price closed around 175. So that is our main resistance right now. The price is, well, I mean, it's trading slightly above 190, 195. But the current 6 months hasn't ended yet. Let's check the weekly. Yesterday, when we looked at this one, we said last week we closed above the simple moving average. If you put your moving average, sorry, your cursor on the candle, you'd see that the closing price there is 199.07, and your SMA top left corner just below SBK CFD, the CFD there on your screen. The SMA in brackets 10 value is 198.44. So the SMA is below your simple moving average. So the price came down a bit and buyers came in and they pushed the price up. So on this one, I think we stopped out around 195.05. You just had to put your stop a little bit lower, maybe around 193, around 193, 192, 95. That's where you had to place your stop. But now let's look at the previous week's close, which is still acting as our resistance. How do I do it? So let me do this. Okay. Let's do our support here also. Okay, our support, looking at the previous week's bar, we are looking at 199.15 as our resistance and 193.28, 193.21 is our support on this stock. Let's look at the daily time frame. Daily time frame, we've been moving sideways for a bit, and the market has been going flat around this area here, the top black line. So as long as the price hasn't broken above 199, this is not like a clear short. Sorry, a clear long. We need to first clear 199 on our a daily time frame and keep above 196 or 195.75 for the stock to move higher. I know that maybe this is not giving you a clearer picture. Let's go to the hourly time frame. Hourly time frame. Let's see. Okay, hourly time frame. Okay, the market yesterday closed just above this resistance. Sorry, this support at the bottom. Returned and move higher. But let's look at the current price action. Every time the price gets to 199, 199.06 around here, 199, 199.06 on an hourly closing basis, the sellers are pushing the price down. We haven't had any close above that 199.06. If we get one, it's possible that the price will first go up to 201, 202 before inching higher. So it's a buy, but that area 199 to 200 is our well, not I cannot really say massive, but I mean it's our serious resistance right now. It's our serious resistance on Standard Bank. Let me look at what we had a look at also yesterday. Okay, which is 3 months. Okay, the weekly time frame. Let's mark our. Okay, this is the this is the US dollar. Sorry, the pound against the South African rand. The British pound against the South African rand. We're looking at this range. I mean, at the beginning of the week, we thought that the rand was going to play between the two black lines. It's 1762 and 1747. 1762, 1747. It came down. We suggested a short down to these levels here, 1728. Excuse me, 1728, 1729. We suggested a short against the pound. We were buying the rand. But our system right now does not really support the British pound rand transactions, so we could not do it for our guys. The price came down here, and now the price is bounced off this line, is now on its way up. I think we're going to end the week above 1747 or 1750 against the US dollar, unless if we see some more rand strength against all other major currencies. I think we're going to close back within these two bands here. Let me have a look at the daily. See, the daily came right down here yesterday. It closed at this area and now starting to go up. I think we'll get to 1743. From 1743, we need to close above 1747 for the British pound to start recouping some of the losses that it suffered over the past couple of days. Let's look at the 1 hourly time frame. One hourly time frame, we came down to this double bottom on the hourly chart. That's what we're looking at. It came right down to that support. It bounced off and it started going up. Now we are looking to see if we're going to have any real follow through over the next couple of hours during the day, taking us back to 1748, 1750. We are looking at 1748, 1750. Any break above that should take us back up to 1762 on the British pound. We are no more, rand bullish on the pound against the US dollar. We are now Great British Pound bullish. We are now thinking that it makes sense to buy the British Pound against the Rand at current levels, given the setup around our support around 1728. The prices looking like it's now starting to pick up. That's what we looked at yesterday. That was just a recap for you to go and check if we made some good calls or not. Let's check on what's happening today. Oh, we're going to have a look at Netcare also. We're going to have a look at Netcare. Another stock that we are looking at that we think that is a has a potential of going a little bit. Oh, I don't have enough data. I'm sorry about that. That was ANG. I'm not going to continue looking at ANG. It doesn't have enough data. Netcare has just been sent out. We need to have a look at it. I'm looking at it for the first time. It's a buy. The trade idea says buy at 26.20, take profit 28.47, stop loss 25.49. Okay, I quickly want us to have a look at this one to understand if we agree with a buy on it or not. Okay, first 6 months of 2018. First 6 months of 2018. Okay, let's go across here. Okay, this should be our support here, 25.99. Okay, let me see the buy. What does it say? 26.20. Okay, that's fine. On a monthly time frame, we've been going down over the past couple of months. Let's check the weekly. On the weekly time frame, we've just bounced off that support. This horizontal support here. Let me. Well, this week hasn't ended yet. This week hasn't ended. We have some falling trend, some rising trend line here, but it looks like that line is going to be broken at the end of business tomorrow. We are trading below the simple moving average here, below that overhead resistance around 26.27. Around 26.27, supported 26.99 or 26 on the weekly. I'm not going to draw another resistance there around 27.31. I'm not going to do that. I will leave it like that. Let's go to the daily. Yeah, daily time frame, it looks like we're going to be bouncing off that 25.99 or 26 level, moving higher to 27.67. You must mark 27.67 if you're interested in trading net care. Anything around 26, anything between 26 and 26.20 to me is a buy. But you must be very careful when the price gets to 27.67. If it breaks above, it may not stay for a very long time above that 27.67. Let me look at the hourly time frame. I just want to see how the price is doing around that area. Okay, on the hourly time frame, we have that falling trend line around 26.90. When the price gets to this point here, 26.90, we may see sellers coming in and pushing the price down. But that's an opportunity for you to try and buy this lower at 26 bucks, around 26 bucks, 26.10. That's where you can buy this. Any break above this falling trend line here, let me highlight it. Any break above this trend line here, I could see the stock going back up to that level that I mentioned, 27.67 or 27.70. And if it breaks above that, we'll actually go and hit our take profit target of 28. I think it's 28.50. Let me double check. I think it's 28, 28.47. 28.47. and we have another falling trend line. It's 50. It's 2850. Yeah, we may hit 2850 depending on the mood of the market, but it looks like we could start maybe turning around 2820. 2820, 28 bucks. I think that's the reasonable profit target in my view. 28, 20, 28 bucks. That's where I can expect to see this price turning and moving lower. So yeah, we'll see what happens next. We'll see what happens next on this one. But if you're not in yet, I suggest that maybe you wait a bit for for 20, 26.20 and 26 bucks between there. Wait, just put your limit order there. Just put your limit order there. It's looking good. It's well supported around 26 bucks. There's another stock that I just want to check quickly. Sanlam. I'll quickly want to check Sanlam. See if we are likely to move higher or not. $75. Well, Sanlam had a good week last week. It went up almost 4%, 3.78%, and this week so far we are up just above 3%. And our next area of resistance is around 75 bucks. If we break 75 bucks, we're looking at let me just double check that. Let me double check it. If we break above this 75, we're looking at 79.80 bucks. I'm not really worried about the spikes. I'm looking at 79.80 bucks. I think that's where this price is likely to go to. But if you look at the overall trend on this one using the monthly chart, it looks like we're still going to come down a bit. The levels that we are looking at here, we are looking at about 49.50 bucks. That's where we think that the price of Sanlam can come down to 50 bucks in the long term. If you can afford to go short, maybe Sanlam, when you get a short signal, you can just go in, take a short, wait for the price to finally get to 250 bucks. Let me do this. I think we're gonna have a problem breaking out of 75 bucks on Sanlam. This is a possible trade that one can actually take here. There's a falling trend line there. The market went up to 74. It hit 74 and it started It started coming off a bit. It hasn't finished the day yet, but it looks like sellers are stronger than the buyers. And if it continues like this, there's a good chance that the price will definitely will mostly come down to 68. From 68, come right down to 50 bucks. I doubt you're gonna get to 81, 81, 82 rands on this one. We can get there if we break out above 75 and we break out above the falling trend line here around 74, 75 on Sanlam. Okay, Lindy, where Taurai, Shanae, Shifra, do you guys have any questions? If you have, please ask. Okay. Shifra, no question for now. Anyone else? Taurai, did you understand what we're looking at here? Simbanegavi, did you understand? Lindy, any questions from you? Oh, okay, no, that's perfect. That's perfect. What else can we look at here? Let's look at the S&P 500. We just want to check the health of the market or the cash equities, the health of cash equities in general. We looked at this one, well, I mean, yesterday, I think for my own trades, we bought around these levels here. I've highlighted, okay, the ones that I've just highlighted now. We bought at those levels, 2,812. We expected the price to get to 2,840 to 2,850. It turned around 2,847 on the S&P. But if you look at it, the S&P is looking good. It's trading above its simple moving average on the daily, above its simple moving average on the weekly. So this market, for me, at the moment, it's still very strong. It's still likely to move higher. The only thing that's worrying me though is the monthly chart. Let's look at the monthly chart on the S&P. That's our resistance there. Our resistance on the monthly chart is 2,832 or 2,833. 2,832, 2,833. That's our resistance on the S&P. We haven't the month of July yet, but we are left with just a few days before this month is out. So if the market closes above this 232 area, if it closes above 232 for the month of July, there's a good chance that we could get a follow through in this market, see buyers coming in and pushing it higher. But if we fail to do that, there's a good chance that beginning of August we could get a little bit of a pullback, taking us back maybe to 2,740. 2,730 levels on the S&P, and that won't just happen to the S&P alone. That will also happen to the AUSI, the All Share Index, in here in South Africa. Let's look at the weekly chart. I want to see what's going on there. On the this is the monthly chart, the blue one. The weekly chart, the weekly chart. I will mark I'll mark this area here and I'll mark it black. Okay. That area is 2,876. I've mentioned this one a few times already. It's 2,876, 2,880 zone. That's where I expect to see the market meeting a little bit of resistance. I'm talking about the S&P market. Between these two levels, you should expect to see the market breaking above the 2,880, 2,876 area. If the market successfully does so, there is a good chance that we're going to move higher. But if we fail to take out 2,876, 2,880, the market uh, uh, could actually come back down to 2,830. If 2,830 fails to hold or fails to act as good support, the market will start breaking down, coming down to the levels that I mentioned, 2,740. If 2,740 fails to hold, I'm looking at 2,600, 2,605. From 2,600, 2,605, that's when we can expect to see the market rising once again. I don't know how many months or how many weeks it will take for the market to come down to the levels that I've just mentioned, or whether this will happen or not. I have no idea, but that's the picture that I want to highlight to you. On the S&P US 500, the levels that are worth marking is 2,876 to 2,880, and okay, that's only weekly time frame. Weekly time frame, we do not expect to see the market breaking above that level on a weekly closing basis, just like that. 2,831, 2,833 on the monthly time frame. If we end the month of July above 2,831, 2,833, there's a good chance that we could see this market ticking higher going forward. Before we go to IMP Lindiwe, I want us to have a look at the OMI or the OZ, the all share index. Let's remove this. We don't actually need this. This is for short-term trading. Okay. The OMI, the OMI, the OMI, the OMI. The OMI. I'm not looking at the whole picture, here. I'm just looking at the past few months, how the market has behaved. Monthly closing basis, the blue line there is our resistance on the monthly closing basis. We are looking at 51,800 or 51,829. That's our main resistance on the all share index or the OZ mini. That's where you can actually mark your resistance there. If we close the month above this level here, if we close the market above this area here, 51,800, that's where we can expect to see our market railing, moving higher. But so far, I do not really think it's possible that we're going to end the month of July above that blue line there. I doubt we are going to see the market doing that. So for that reason, I think 52,000, 51,900 is still shortable in this market when you get a sell signal. Don't just short. Okay, let me mark another level here. Another level, another level, another level, another level. Okay. Okay, this is our range. Okay, this is our range here, 48,800. 48,800. I'm still gonna mark these closes. I'm still gonna mark them. This is another area that we need to mark. 50,200. 50,200 is very important in this market. These are the levels I'm looking at: 50,200, 49,900, or 50,000. These where the market is likely to play around over the next couple of weeks. So if you look at this, you can see that this market has just been playing sideways, playing in one spot since the beginning of 2018. Any close below this 48,800 on a monthly closing basis could actually see the stock, sorry, the Aussie actually moving much lower. But if you look at, I mean, this area here around 48,000, I don't think that will happen. I don't think that will happen. Let me have a look at the 6 months chart. If it does go lower, I'm looking at 47,000. The trend is still up, but there's a good chance that we could see this market pushing, pushing a little bit lower before moving higher. Let me quickly have a look at the weekly before I move on to the to Impala. Okay, this area has been supporting us 50,200, and every time it gets below 50,200, it goes down towards 49,000. Buyers come in and push the price up. We are still trading below the simple moving average here. I think that there's a good chance we're still going to come down to 48,800 or 48,000 before maybe moving higher. If there is a strong push to the downside, I'm looking at 47,000 on the Aussie. So guys, you must be very careful when trading this market. I think there are tough times. There are tough times ahead. We are still going to see the Aussie coming down for a bit. It's a short-term thing. It's not going to last for years. It's going to last maybe just a couple of months. In my view, the way I'm looking at the structure of the Aussie. Okay, let's look at implants. Implants. Okay, let's just check the monthly quickly. Well, implants has been under a lot of pressure since the beginning of 2017. It's still under pressure. It hasn't really shown any signs that it's now improving. We have some overhead resistance around 24, 24.63. Let me mark it. Your overhead resistance is here. 24.63, 24 area. That area is your overhead resistance on implants. Let me do my 6 months here. Okay, another area of resistance. I'll use the half yearly chart. Okay, half yearly charts. We closed the month of, okay, the first half of 2018 at 2025, and it looks like that 2025 is going to work as our resistance for now. 2025, 2040. That's going to be our resistance. Let me do the weekly, let me not jump. We're still below the simple moving average here. We're below this 2040, 2025 area. So I expect to see more, more selling on implants below 18 bucks. I said that a couple of a couple of weeks ago. When the price was going up towards 24, I said that people were going to go in and short and come back down to 18. We actually came down to 1787. We went below 18. And right now we still have that overhead resistance around 2040. So in my view, implants is still a short until we get a break above 2040. until you get a break above 2040. I'm still going to remain short. So I'm going to leave the black line there. When the price gets to 2040, that's when I expect to see sellers coming in and pushing the price lower back down to 18 bucks. So I wouldn't go in and short it now. I'd wait for the price to first hit 2040. Once we are around 2040, we can expect the price to come down to 18 bucks. Let me check the hourly time frame just to see what's going on there. Okay. Okay, first hour of trading, we are above the simple moving average. We are still above. So I don't know exactly what's going to happen here, but if the buyers, persist in pushing up the price here, we could see this getting to 2040 before we get some selling signal. So personally, I wouldn't buy Implats. I think Implats is a short, although I wouldn't short right away. I would wait for the key levels first before I do anything. Lindy, are you long or short Implats? Oh, are you are you are you a buyer or a seller? Are you selling or buying? Which side are you? Are you in the buy side or the sell side? Oh, yeah, if you're on the sell side, I think you are safe. This is just a temporary rise on implants. From here, maybe you should expect to see the price going back down again, but you must keep an eye on that 2040. Keep an eye on it, but not on an hourly time frame, on a much bigger time frame. That level is actually very important. Okay, guys, thank you so much. I will see you on Saturday. Tomorrow we don't have the webinar session. We're only gonna have one on Sunday. After that, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we don't have one. Thank you so much, guys, for your time. I will see you again on Saturday.